skill save.
You do.
So does the cleric. Because we did it last time. So I'm gonna try to do it now.
As you guys approach, you see that a fellow is scanning across it. What's your passive insight?
Who's this guy?
Passive insight?
Is he standing
He's
there?
a Hummer.
What's a Hummer?
13.
The prank guys that we killed before.
Oh.
So, sorry, I wanted to say as you guys walk over.
I need to do this. In the time that we traveled there, did you justify to my character how that these people that were not evil? Like, because you don't know, right?
I re-justify that you're okay with
I'm like, so we capture the next one and figure it out. Do you have detect evil?
Yes.
Can you cast it on this guy? I'm like, so I say, right, that's what I'm saying to you right now. Can you cast detect evil on this guy?
They're Cloudspire people.
But if he's evil, that does not mean that they're good.
They're not dressed in cultist clothes. They're dressed in
Do you have the spell or what?
Cloudspire
Nice.
cultists.
In the name of Baylor, do the spell.
Well, tell me what to do.
Please do the spell.
it. Doesn't matter if they're good or evil. They are
Yeah,
highly,
if they're not evil, maybe perhaps he's right.
I don't have.
they are highly
Oh, now you lie, eh?
sensitized.
What about you, fellow? Is that the priest, right? You have detect evil? Rhubarb.
It's his character. He's role playing him.
You have detect evil.
Not today.
By the way,
what kind of
through
priesthood
some
is this?
distant relation, Rupert
I'm
is
trying to
actually
convert it to a priest.
related to a fellow by the name of Rodriguez de la Familia Rodriguez. So I'm just he's not anymore. It's ancient ancestor. So he might have a
It's
little
the
bit
same
of.
timeline.
He made it. It's 100 years in the future, or 200
it's
years in the future.
He did actually after the beginning. It was supposed to be the
No,
same
you can't
time,
retcon that. That
and
was
then he
100
said that
years.
it was the after. Like I don't know about 100 years.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
you
the
said
setting
we're just
100
continuing.
years ahead.
Just
Yeah, that's
continuing the timeline.
It was the same
I
time.
think it's up to you. This is your campaign. So
I'm a
you
little broken about it and not
Because
remembering.
my
I thought we were still. Like, I
disease
thought
was
Oberon and all the
taking
our
care of
characters
the
were still
dwarves.
alive.
Yeah, it was still going on.
Yeah. We're just
That
continuing
doesn't
on.
settle anything. That doesn't settle
No, I
that
thought it
question.
was like
I'm
a
not
few
worried about it
months
right
it was
now,
still
guys. This is
fucking-
not even fucking almost important right now.
No, you're right.
It is important.
No, it's not.
Canon into history is important.
As you guys approach, Othello simply pipes up as his scan goes on. Actually, he doesn't say anything just yet. You asked him what? What's the question you asked him?
I didn't ask him anything.
Oh, I thought you asked him a question.
No, I was helping him deactivate.
Right.
the-
So as you guys approach, he's doing the scanning thing,
Yeah.
and he's currently palming upon it. Now, as you approach, you feel something different about this. I need you to roll Arcanic. RuPaul can do the same thing.
I move up to Dooley, and I move up to the guy and I tell
16.
Vane, I'm like, if this guy attacks us, I'm going to put him
They
down.
didn't attack us before.
If he attacks us, I will put him down, but if not, I will not kill him.
Both RuPaul and Vane look upon and can see it as Othello begins to speak of a sigil traced upon the phylactery. And he says, that is abnormal. A scutum sigil should not exist as such upon a phylactery. We have never seen this. This is out of sorts. This wire, he points to the long silver thread that a moment later begins to glow red hot. And he says, we should probably not be in this room at this moment. And you watch as the glowing wire goes red hot. And the hummers suddenly scream out in crescendo. And Othello begins to run for the door. We should escape quickly. The room erupts in flame. I'd light everything on fire, but it would be very bad. The room erupts in flame and lightning as it explodes off of the phylactery. The cable itself ignites red hot, and it explodes all around. The hummers are evaporated in the conflagration. And you guys can roll dexterity to get the fuck out of the room
It's
as fast.
exploded like 20 times on our way up here. Why now do they die?
You'll see in a moment.
What are we going to roll on the deck?
It's gonna be 16 or better.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Do you guys like fireball damage? I love fireball damage.
Go for it.
You know what I like about fireball damage?
Bring
It's
all
a
the
lot.
fireball damage. Just do it.
Oh man, that's a great roll too. Damn, that's great roll.
Was it bigly?
It was a bigly roll. It is probably the best roll
Believe
that I've
me.
ever seen in the history of all rolls. It is 32 damage.
Wow.
Exploding against you. As you guys run towards the door, the entire room fills up and a moment later dissipates. The wire sits glowing red hot. And Othello, also having taken some damage here because he has to roll for this, and fails and takes 32 and dies. No, I'm joking. He is actually now at 56 damage. Just gonna track that. So he's at half health.
You didn't take the healing from before during short rest?
You guys didn't. You did short rest actually. So,
There was 17 healing from spell from the
there would have been, yeah. What the hell did I just do with that?
Or I thought you were gonna shoot him.
17 is gonna be.
I might still shoot him.
Okay, so he's at 21 health then. Or 21 damage. Sorry. As the explosion takes place and you guys look back around, you watch as the coils of energy thicken and coalesce. Tendrils that you recognize, as you saw, had solidified in the previous area. Oh my god, that was art. The tendrils of arcanic energy coalesce for a moment, and from them, the hummers sprout anew. In a sort of horrifying loop, they come back to existence and begin again their humming to the phylactery.
Not evil.
They're not. It's a giant 3D printer and it's just printing more
It's just
cloud spire people.
cultists.
So, you guys have just been smoked by this thing. And it's got some strange sigil upon it. Othello continues out the door, stating that perhaps staying here is not a good idea at the moment.
Then what are we supposed to do about this thing? Just leave it active?
Othello says, no. There is something to be doing. No, that's not right. This one? No. I can't remember if this one's gonna go crazy in a moment. Okay, so I was gonna say. Oh, perfect. Othello steps out the doorway and looks back and says, somebody else has shielded that phylactery. The reaction that we are seeing is a result of that circuit being run from it. Something is largely amiss here. I have never encountered this. To access the phylactery, we must somehow disable whatever has caused that. I am detecting a large amount of magical energy coming from the scutum. And so, you don't even need to roll for this. You know, with passive arcanic study, a shield sigil, by way of ritual or magic item, can be placed on some items. A level 9, what's it called? I looked up the spell, shit. Level 9 shield in any event that prevents tampering with the phylactery situated within the coil of wire.
See them notice the wire light up there when that all happens?
That's what happens every time the reaction occurs, is the wire
Like
lights
maybe
up.
we need to sever the wire. Not metagaming at all. This is my own idea. Anybody have an opinion on that?
I have no way of removing that.
Oh, sorry, I
that
meant to state, having entered here, there's another staircase that's supposed to lead down on the other side here. So there's supposed to be a staircase leading down this way.
Okay.
So my apologies on that. of stairs. Am I kidding?
Yeah, we know it's them.
So imagine
Going down like this, right?
Right. Simple vertical downward.
Well, let's go and investigate that way. Perhaps we'll figure out what's underneath all of this or where that goes. So we start heading down, Billy. Are you want to making a little spot like for what it is down there?
Nope. Actually, descending the staircase, you guys make your way down. Or you're making your way down? Are you all going?
I would assume you guys would know.
Right.
What? I'm not going by myself.
Why not?
I stop. Well, what are you guys doing?
I'm going where Othello's going.
What are you doing, Othello?
Othello looks towards you, and then looks back at the orb, and says, "Perhaps going downwards to see where the wire goes is not a bad idea." And
Not
follows in with Thoracics. Thoracics lead on.
We'll start going down.
Lead on, man of Black Mountain.
Well, man.
So down the stairs you go. Othello follows along with you. What are you guys doing?
Oh,
Okay, and Ivor?
Come on,
And
Ivor,
we'll all
we got
stay
treats
here
for
for the
you.
moment.
Okay.
We got doggy treats.
You sit there for the moment, and of course after the moment, almost on cue, filling the entirety of the chamber. The door rattles open in its frame. As it moves back and forth, the tower swaying a little bit from the force, and then settling down a moment later. You watch as the hummers inside scream out their crescendo and die, only to be resurrected a moment later by the arcanic tendrils that coalesce and become from pure energy into solid form of human. The lot of you descend the staircase, making your way down through the depths of a long, straight stretch. You soon hit
That
an
way?
opening, going that way actually.
Okay.
You soon hit an opening that stretches out onto a cleft of a cliff face with a fashioned mason causeway, so it looks like it actually ends up looking like a little bit like this, as a matter of fact, because you come down the stairs, okay? So you come down the stairs, and this place is like arches on a long stretch. So you come down to about here-ish, right? And then there's just, the floor goes this way. And there's arches like this, fashion. And you can see an open window here, a bit of a railing. And so you can see out from here across another open chasm. The wind's picked up a bit, and it's cold, striking against you as you come out upon here. The pathway follows along to a closed doorway situated just yonder. The doorway's arched, wooden, with metal bands running across it, and it has a simple pair of simple pair of rings holding for pulling it open. Pretty straightforward door apparatus.
Okay, so I'm gonna investigation for traps.
Okay, fair enough.
26.
You give it a once over. What you do see is that it's got a set of iron bars situated overhead, and it's got a portcullis mounted above.
That's what I was just gonna say.
So other than that, there's no traps that you can see. You know what? With that roll, actually, you do happen to find there's a false brick surface set. These being large bricks that are set upon. So it slides to the side and reveals the lever mechanism for the portcullis. You assume. The doors
I
otherwise. Sure. Yeah. Okay. You pull the lever, and sure enough, the portcullis drops.
Pull it back.
You reverse it, and you hear the winch of a chain as it raises the portcullis.
Counterweight.
Okay.
Counterweight releases.
Probably. You can't see the mechanism.
Yeah. Jump.
So that said, the portcullis drops and raises. Othello looks at you, and then looks through the doorway. Is it safe yet, man of Black Mountain?
You said I didn't find any traps, though, right? I checked to see if it's locked.
Okay. You peer at it. You don't see any sign that it would be locked.
Is there a lock on it?
No.
No. So is it a door handle?
Yes.
Check the door.
It's the two rings.
So try to
You yank them.
pull them open.